So the first thing you've got to do is isolate your square root. So we're going to do that by moving this x away. So we get x plus 3. So now that the square root is isolated, we're going to square both sides to get rid of that square root. When you do that, you have to FOIL out the x plus 3. So I will write it twice. So square root squared cancels out. You get 7x plus 29. And then we have to multiply this out. So the x times x and the x times 3, then the 3 times the x, and 3 times 3. So now we're going to combine like terms. So you get x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 7x plus 29. And to solve any problem that's got an x squared and an x and a number, we need everything on one side so we can get it equal to 0. So move the 7x, subtract the 7x over. We're also going to subtract the 29. So there's nothing on the left side. It's equal to 0. And then we have x squared minus x, when you add those together, minus 20. So now we're ready to factor. Two numbers that multiply to be negative 20 and add to be negative 1. 5 and 4. It's going to be a negative 5 and a positive 4 to get negative 1. So you set each of those equal to 0. So the long way looks like this. Then you add the 5. You get x equals 5. And you subtract the 4. X equals negative 4. Before you're done, you have to check to make sure that they work out. So plug in the 5 and the negative 4. 5 and negative 4. I'll write them up here. And we're going to check them out. So when we plug in the 5, you get negative 5 plus square root of 7 times 5 plus 29 equals 3. So 7 times 5 is 35. 35 plus 29 is 64. Square root of 64 is 8. So that's negative 5 plus 8 equals 3. And that's true. So that means x equals 5 works. It's true. It's an answer. Then you can check the negative 4. So it's negative 4 plus the square root of 7 times negative 4 equals 3. So that's positive 4 plus negative 28 plus 29. So we got the square root of 1 inside there. So that's 4 plus 1 equals 3. That's obviously false. Which means x equals negative 4 is not a solution. That's an extraneous solution. Unlike last example, this is already isolated, so we don't need to move anything. You just start squaring. So when you square r minus 3, you have to actually FOIL it out. So write it times and FOIL it. So r times r. And then r times negative 3. Then negative 3 times r. And negative 3 times negative 3. Equals, the squared cancels the square root, so that's just 6r minus 11. Combine all your like terms and get it on one side of the equals. So combine all your like terms. R squared minus 6r plus 9 equals 6r minus 11. So move your 6r over. Subtract 6r. So that's minus 12r. And add your 11 over. So you get plus 20. So it's equal to 0. Then you factor. So two numbers that multiply to be 20, add to be negative 12, negative 10, negative 2. So solve those out. You get r equals 2 and r equals 10. Go back up to the original. Two and 10. So let's start with the 2. Plug in 2. Plug in 2, see if it checks out. So 2 minus 3 is negative 1. That's 12 minus 11. Square root of negative 1 is not negative 1. That's false. So this one's extraneous. Which usually the 10 will work. If one of them doesn't work, the other one usually does. Not always, but usually. So now plug in the 10. 10 minus 3. Six times 10 is 60 minus 11. So square root of 60 minus 11, that's 49. And square root of 49 is 7. 10 minus 3 is 7. That's true. So r equals 10 works.